governor is a Democrat. I'm not a large media here will not let the will of the American people be found out.
You want to do breakout news?
Breakout news. Okay.
Thank you. So, what's your first name?
My name is Justin, Justin.
Great, where are you from?
I'm from originally from China.
Great, so what brings you here today?
Bring here today to stop the steal of the election, to protect the Constitution of the United States, to protect the integrity of election, and stop the monkey around with the ballots.
And have you ever seen anything like this in another country?
Never ever first time in my life.
So, tell us what you think about the media calling the election early.
Early, I think it was okay because there are too many people here, so we cannot tell which media is which company. So the first one we saw was Channel 17. They were the other side of the convention hall, and they are apparently in the wrong place. They're in the wrong place. This is where the action is. Yeah.
What would you like to see happen?
I think I would like to see more of this sign. I think the people right now are fighting Biden or Trump, and let's protect America first.
If you had a chance to speak with President Trump, what would you say to him?
I would say stay on your course and insist on counting all the legal ballots. Do not give in until all legal ballots is counted.
May I ask you what convinced you to immigrate to the United States from China?
Well, that's a long story.
I'd love to hear it if you have time.
Okay, I have the time. Okay, I was probably the first exchange student from China. May not be the first, but the first plane came to U.S. And I came to study computer science at the University of Pennsylvania. And that was first exchange ever happened between China and the United States. There's a lot of noise.
That's the convention. No, that's his acceptance speech from the convention.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, I was actually there that night.
Nice.
Yeah, I was at the White House.
Cool. Great. And so, what would be your message to some of the pollsters, or not the pollsters, but some of the people, election officials that are kicking out poll watchers? What would you say to people that are kicking out poll watchers?
That's illegal. I think the Justice Department should get involved. Isn't that? I think I just checked the law, right? In Pennsylvania, if you actually interfere with the voting procedure, it's a felony class D offense. In Pennsylvania, $1,000 fine or 5 years in prison. So that was in Pennsylvania law. And nothing happened. Why? So, you see, I'm shocked, really. This thing really happens? It shouldn't have. In China makes sense. See, I came through Cultural Revolution, and this is almost exactly what the Chinese beginning. The Chinese Cultural Revolution looked like.
So they do the same thing with elections?
First was the peasants' life matters, workers' life matters, soldiers' life matters. Okay, and they started burning down the buildings, confiscating the properties of factory, and distribute the wealth. In China. So this is so here Americans are so naive. I don't see this coming.
Did you ever think you would see this?
No, not in a million years. I never actually imagined. I'm apolitical all my life. I'm a registered Democrat almost all my life. Okay?
Are you a Republican or Democrat now?
I'm a Republican now. As soon as I hear So I read Hunter Biden's story, I knew it was real. It just from the guts. Because I came from the country where the corruption is rampant. You can't even stop it. I already infiltrated America, and in deep sense. So this is I don't know why the young people don't see this. You see, it's the young people being misguided. You see, I'm a university professor. I teach computer science. It's a curriculum that we actually cover in the curriculum. Is the trouble. They teach America as a racism. If America is a racist, why so many people come to America? So I think America does have a problem, yes. But I'm not here for Biden or for Trump. Constitution has the consequences. And when we agree to live in this country as a one country citizen, and we have to abide with the Constitution. Otherwise, we have to move somewhere else. You're not a citizen. You betray the Constitution. I think you better move somewhere else before you commit semi-treason. You interfere with anybody interfere with the election should be tried as treason, in my opinion. Hunter Biden is definitely treason. Now, how can anybody vote a traitor into a president's office? That defies my logic. You see, I don't know how the young people are yelling about it. Do they even know that what they're doing? I'm really shocked. This is not America. This is not America. This is China, Shanghai, Beijing. So this is just not right. This is not right. Defund the police? That's what happened in China.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
The police department paralyzed. Local government was shut down. Central government took it over. Even central government cannot be trusted.
So they replaced the local police with central police.
With the civilian whatever they came up with, they got baseball bats and sticks, arm bars, right? So whatever the weapon tool they have, and then some of them can come steal the weapon from the military, and instead of guns, massive death. Just like this, people against people, family against family, husband against wife, children against parents. This is happening in front of the eyes. Why? Somebody's playbook. Definitely not American playbook. And not the President Trump's playbook. It might be Biden's book. Because his son is already compromised. Can he even get a security clearance? According to regular citizens. Now the dangerous thing is that when he becomes the president, he will decide who gets the security clearance. How can you let that happen? So it just beats me. You see, regular cop on the street. Does anything that Hunter Biden does? Anything. The guy will be in the jail. FBI will be knocking on the door right away. Not sitting on the file for 10 months, no action. What is going on? What is going on?
What would you like AG Barr to do?
Well, get involved, investigate. Investigate. Publicly announce the investigation. Do not hide. There is no political correctness. You see, mob don't talk about political correctness. So what's the right thing? And do the right thing. Come on, please. Where are the Republicans? Where are the GOPs? Shouldn't they stand on Capitol Hill and stand in front of the Capitol Hill and hold their hands, defend the Constitution of the United States, defend the integrity of America? Where are those people? So it's a disgrace. Politicians, you see, we should never have a career politician running for office ever again. And it's the young people re-elect a career politician back into office. And it's known to be a suspicion of being corrupted. And how can this happen? Media corruption.
What would you say to Republican leadership if you had the chance?
United together. Put away your small little calculators. Put away your own little personal calculators. Whatever your election chances, whatever your constituents, and unite together. Fight the evil. There's a bigger evil than your individual personal enemies. The bigger evil right now, it's at work right now. Just look at this here. See, who's outnumber who? This is not America. You see, I will not be surprised if it happened to China, Belarus, Russia. This is not America. It was never like this before. Now, what happened? Every American should ask themselves, where do you stand? Where do you stand? You see, I can take a loss. I can take a loss. You can take a loss. As long as the fight is fair. Just like the Olympics. So don't play dirty tricks.
Thank you so much. Where are you a resident?
What's that?
Where do you live?
I'm a Pennsylvania person, local.
Great.
Yeah.
So listen, you have a great time out here and be safe, okay?
Yeah.
Be safe.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This was a great interview.
Your name, sir? Matthew?
Yes, Matthew Purdy from Breitbart News.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I like your channel a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care.
God bless.
God bless you.
In endless foreign wars that never ended. 40 years ago, I ran for president because I could not watch this betrayal.
So what's your first name? Where are you from?
I'm John. I'm from Delaware County, Pennsylvania.
What brings you here today?
Well, I try to stay out of Philadelphia, but I had to come to support Donald Trump because there seems to be a huge irregularity with the vote count in 6 particular areas, especially Philadelphia. In Pennsylvania, Donald Trump was dominating, up 700,000 votes on election day, did much better than he did in 2016. And then the magic vote fairy visited at 4 in the morning, giving 100% of the votes to the opponent. And so that needs to be investigated. Donald Trump dominated on all accounts. He dominated Florida. He dominated other states and urban areas where he didn't do as well in 2016. He got great turnout. He has great enthusiasm and support. He has a great platform, and he deserves, well, the American people deserve a just and fair election, regardless of who wins. Obama did really well in 2008. As Republicans, we understood that he got the votes, but in 2020, Joe Biden has mysteriously collected all these votes in only 6 different areas, and that needs to be investigated. My first name? John.
What would you say to Donald Trump if you had the chance right now?
I would say, Donald, thank you for what you've done for the conservative agenda, getting conservatives into the Supreme Court, fighting for life, fighting for things that conservative America cares about. It's time to not back down. Don't be intimidated. Don't let them steal the election. This will be the fall of the republic if we allow this to go through. There will be no more fair elections from now on. Americans already don't trust the process, and we need to have trust in our voting process, or we won't have an America. It will become a banana republic, as it's been called out, and America has to go back to what it stood for and what all the people before me died for. And that's why we have to come into places where Philadelphia, where people jest and make fun and poke, but it's more important than how I feel. It's about Americans today and all the Americans who died in the past.
What would you say to Jeb Bush, who just congratulated Joe Biden and Kamala Harris based on the media's projection or declaring that Joe and Kamala won the election?
I'm sure Jeb Bush has been waiting for this. He's not a friend of Donald Trump. He's not a friend of conservative America. He is looking to stay in office. He's hoping that everyone cowers and backs down and he can stay in his position. But we can't allow fraud to take place in America. If Joe Biden got the votes and won justly, Republicans will follow. but this is too suspicious. It has to be investigated. It's a statistical impossibility that he would get all those votes at that period of time.
And what would you say to the people that are kicking out the poll watchers on the right in Philadelphia here?
Well, I think you showed your hand. I mean, that is obviously illegal, and all we can do is now narrow in and think there is more fraud happening. So if there's no fraud, if your candidate got the votes, open up the doors, let people see, let people inspect. If you're going to be honest, then you're going to let the people in. You're not going to commit laws, and you might have hurt yourself by committing laws, breaking laws right there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great time, all right?
Thanks.
I got one country blind, but I kept my word to the American people.
All right, guys, Matthew Purdy of Breitbart News. Going to keep bringing you the action here. So, again, we have this side has the Trump supporters. This side has people on the left that are celebrating.
They said that it would be impossible to
and so, right now, Black Lives Matter.
I ended the NAFTA nightmare.
Trying to get through. It's like it's pretty fun here. We're trying to work our way around.
Get out of here!
And right now, auto companies and others are building their plants and factories in America, not firing their employees, and not deserting us for other countries. And perhaps no area that the Washington special interests try harder to stop us. And on my policy of pro-American immigration. But I refuse to back down, and today America's borders are more secure than ever before. We ended catch and release, stopped asylum fraud, took down human traffickers who prey on women and children, and we have deported 20,000 gang members and 500,000 criminal aliens.
Interviews, to be honest with you.
We have already built 300 miles of border. We are adding 10 new miles every single week.
How's it going?
Doing well, man.
Right, so say your name again, spell it.
Mark, M-A-R-K,
Thank you. Where are you from?
from Jersey.
Great. What brings you here today?
Well, I want to stand with President Donald Trump. I think he needs our support now more than ever. He's been fighting for us for 4 years, and we can't just sit back while the Democrats, which are bought by the Chinese, and put a dementia patient as their nominee, are trying to steal this election and trying to steal this country. This is really a turning point now, and we need Donald Trump, and we need to support Donald Trump.
If you had a chance to speak directly to President Trump, what would you say to him?
I would say, God bless you. You are a true American patriot. History will show that. Keep fighting the good fight. Don't give up. I'm behind you. A great part of this country is behind you. And we will prevail through your strength and through our collective strength. The American people, with your help, will prevail.
And what would you say to some of the people that are kicking out the poll watchers in Philadelphia?
You have to understand, these people are essentially zombified at this point. They don't have a thought of their own. They're concentrating only on what they're being told. They don't investigate things themselves. These people are agents of communism. They're agents of the Chinese. These are the same tactics that you'd see in a Crimea election, where Crimea was annexed. These are the same tactics you see in the Belarusian election. These are communist tactics. This has now reached our shores, and we are the last bastion of hope. If we fail here, there's nowhere else left to escape to. That is what I would say.
And what would you say to some of the election officials in Pennsylvania who are saying that they're not seeing any major evidence or signs of fraud?
Well, then they must be both blind and illiterate. If you look at the statistics, not only in Pennsylvania, but I personally looked at the statistics within Wayne County in Michigan, which is part of Detroit. And if you look at that information, you see a clear discrepancy between inhuman vote and mail-in vote. That mail-in vote doesn't translate to any other party member. Not even the Green Party gets the same 2 times representation, 3 times representation mail-in that Biden does. What Biden's doing, they don't even vote down ballot. They just vote for Biden, and they don't vote anywhere else. That's not natural. If you look at the Trump votes also go in line with party lines. This is a clear fraud, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. In court, this will all be revealed, and I'm very confident of that. I'm very confident that Trump will come out for us again, and we have to come out for him now, and that's why I'm here.
Now, what would you say to Jeb Bush, who just congratulated Joe and Kamala?
I wouldn't say anything to Jeb Bush. Jeb Bush is irrelevant. Please clap.
Thank you. Have a great one, man.
Have a great day. Stay safe.
When I took office, the Middle East was in total chaos. ISIS was rampaging, Iran was on the rise, the war in Afghanistan had no end in sight. I withdrew from the terrible one-sided Iran nuclear war. Unlike many presidents before me, I kept my promise.
A little difficult here, guys, because I'm being separated from the Trump group, so I can't really go in there. I have to kind of fetch them over here. Hey guys, we've got breakout news.
Not only did we talk
Great.
about it, as we just said, we got it done.
Excuse me. Sorry guys, I have to go process and bring people over so I can hear them. Great. Thank you. So we're live right now. All right. So what's your first name?
My first name is Cole,
Can you spell that for us?
C-O-L-E,
Where are you from?
from Philly,
Great.
Mania.
What brings you here today?
I'm here today because I feel that the election was blatantly some fraud went down. I mean, you can see it all over Twitter, people coming forward. I mean, even mailmen coming forward saying that there's fraud. It's insane. And the fact that they are calling Joe Biden to have won before all the ballots were counted, it's insane. So we wanted to come out and show our support for Trump and make sure that we can at least try and inform people that it isn't over yet. We will be taking this to the courts, and we will be making sure that every legal ballot is counted. Not every ballot, every legal ballot. So people need to understand that and get it right, because if you hear Joe Biden, he's going to tell you, he's going to say, we need to count every vote. If we count every vote, that means my dead grandmother can vote. Come on, we need to count every legal ballot, and everything needs to be audited. If not, you have 70 million Americans who will not have faith in this system. And it's showing that now, and people are upset, and I believe that both sides should want this audit, and both sides should say, look, we're going to go and make sure if Biden got all the votes legally, fine. But if you have to show your side, why not show your side? Why not be honest about it? That is where we're at now, and I believe we aren't done yet. So it's Trump. Trump's going to be in on high noon, January 20th. Don't forget it.
What would you say to Jeb Bush, who just congratulated Joe Kamala?
Jeb Bush can kick rocks, is what he can do. Him and his brother and all the rest of the rhinos can just kick rocks. That's a fact. Trump 2020 is going to go down. Don't worry about it.
If you had a chance to speak directly with President Trump, what would you say to him?
I'd say President Trump, just keep doing your thing, man. Get all your people in there and let them know that you're fighting for us, and I know you are. I'm listening to you right now. I know you're fighting for us, and we're fighting for you. Fact.
If you had a chance to speak directly with the people who kicked out the poll watchers,
It's insane.
and officials,
That's insane, man. I mean, if the fact is why do that? Why, if you have nothing to hide, why do that? Seriously, come on. Like, that's insane. You are really putting it out there that people aren't going to believe anything that happens. And that's what they want, I believe. They want people to think that there's no trust in the system, and then they're going to have mainstream media push it that Biden won. So they should have let people in to watch. They're letting people use binoculars to watch the ballots be counted? Come on. And whenever has that happened? And it's amazing. It's amazing that the other side, the Democrats and anybody else, they just don't care. They don't care that the fraud is happening because Orange Man bad. It's a shame, man. It really is. It's a shame.
do you have any Democrat left-leaning friends or family that have expressed concerns about the integrity of the vote?
Oh, the integrity of the vote. No, actually, my girlfriend is a Democrat, so, and my brother. That's why I'm here with my buddy. And but no, I honestly, man, they're just saying that it's not widespread. I'm getting answers like it's not widespread. Like, oh yeah, there might be here and there fraud, but it's not widespread. Like, come on, give me a break. It is so obvious, and it's a shame that the Trump derangement syndrome is real, folks. It's real, and it's amazing that these people would rather look the other way during fraud just to get Trump out of office because Orange Man bad. It's insane. So the way I look at it, and I'm sure you can interview a Democrat, and what they're going to tell you is, yeah, there might be some fraud, but it's not widespread. It's not a big deal. When it is widespread. It is a big deal. And you have 70 million Americans that do not have faith in this system right now. And that shows you. And you also have 70 million Americans that do not want AOC and the groups, their whole plan. They don't want it. They don't want to change America. They don't want socialism. That's insane. People are out here to show their support because we love America. We want to keep America the way it is. We don't want radical change.
All right, thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
Have a good one.
All right.
That's
Breitbart News?
yeah.
Some of my videos, I have a string of my videos here today.
Hi, I came here today from Florida to support our president. You know why? Because he's a man of goodwill and he's a constructive man. He's an able man and he cares about this country and our Constitution. So I wanted to fly out to Philadelphia where it all started to help support this country and President Trump because I love him and he loves us and he cares about what we're doing. He cares about keeping this country free. It is the last free country of the world, United States of America. If we lose this, we lose it all. And that's why I came.
What would you say to Donald Trump if you had the chance?
President Trump, thank you for waking all of us up and telling us what is really going on with the corruption in Washington, D.C. and with the media. God bless you and thank you for your help.
What would you say to Jeb Bush, who just congratulated Joe Kamala on the media's claim that they won?
Jeb Bush, you're a criminal. And everybody knows you're with the Bush crime family, and you do not fool me one iota.
Were you in Florida when he was governor?
Yeah.
How was that?
Awful. When DeSantis took over, the whole world changed in Florida. We're free in Florida. Restaurants are open, businesses are open, people are working, the traffic is heavy. We go into restaurants without masks. Everything is great.
What would be your message to the people that are kicking out poll watchers in Philadelphia?
You guys need to wake up. Here's what's going on. You poll watchers, you have to understand that when the bombs hit, they are no respecters of who you are, what uniform you're wearing, or what group you are with. When the bombs hit, they will hit you. You need to wake up to what's really going on. It's called child sex trafficking, and that's the real issue behind it all. The real issue.
What's your first name?
Marie.
Can you spell that?
M-A-R-I-E.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. So, we're live right now. All right. So, what's your first name?
Name's Jake.
And can you spell that for us?
Jake.
Great. What brings you here today?
I'm from Pittsburgh. I'm worried about this stuff, and I figured now or never. We've got to let the media know that Trump supporters are not going to be demoralized, and we've got to let our state Republicans know that they've got to stand with our president.
What would you say to Donald Trump today? Yeah, there's President Trump.
What I would say is, you know what's going on. I would say, treat this like a zero-sum game, because it is, both for him, for his family, and honestly for the country. I think he should put his all into this. He should absolutely exhaust every legal means he has available, and he should not accept pressure from mainstream Republicans to step down for transition of power or whatever.
What would you say to Jeb Bush, who just congratulated Joe and Kamala on the media-claimed victory?
I would say that if you're happy for the Democrats, you've sold your soul. And if you're happy because you think this will bring back moderate republicanism, it won't. Without Trump, without Trumpism, without populism, without anti-interventionism, without economic protectionism, the Republican Party's dead in the water. He's got to know that.
What would you say to the people that are kicking out, the election officials that are kicking out the poll watchers?
I would say that you can get a very favorable deal if you turn to state's evidence, and it's not too late.
Thank you so much.
All right, have a nice night.
You too. Great, thank you.
Okay.
What's your first name?
Okay, my name is Sunanda.
Can you spell your first name?
Sunanda. D as in David A.
Great. And where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
Great. So what brings you here today?
The main reason is because of the voting fraud that is going on. I really, this is a democratic country. I totally support whoever wins. If I am a supporter of Trump. If Biden wins, that's fine. But it has to be in a right way. The voting fraud is so much going on in different states. And that the main reason I came for that, to show that that is not right.
If you had a chance to speak directly with President Trump, what would you say to him?
I would say no, because has reached to certain big level. He has to fight in the Supreme Court and really has to, I don't know how many days it is going to take, how much work is involved. It is not going to be an easy job. I wish there was a election commissioner had done a better job with this election, the mail-in ballot, and that is not done well at all. It is really running like a third world country today. So this is really a big lesson for USA that, they should have done a better job with this mail-in ballot. Yeah.
What would you say to Jeb Bush, who just congratulated Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on what the media says is a win in the election?
Yeah, that is another very much, I am very hurt by the media. Mainstream media is not doing its job. It doesn't matter who which party it is, they have to tell the truth. The truth is not exposed. What about the Hunter Biden? And Biden himself is involved in so many corruptions outside the country. Why is it not exposed? And what is that Biden? Is he really a good candidate for the presidentialship? He can't even stand properly. He is so sloppy, sleepy. Biden, we need a strong president. He is a corrupt politician. Media should have done a good job. He didn't do the good job in exposing them.
What would you say to the election officials in Philadelphia that are kicking out poll watchers?
What else? That like I said, they definitely should do a good job of having a good security, follow the rules, regulations, and no more fraud in the counting the mail-in ballots. These things should have been handled it right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one, okay? Be safe.
Are you Breitbart?
Yes.
I read Breitbart every day, man.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, Nolte and Pollock and them guys.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Matter of fact, I've been like, no, it's one of the sites I go to first, Yeah, get a lot of good info. Yeah, if you think it would be useful, man.
All right, great. So, what's your first name?
My name is Dana. You call me Dane.
And can you spell that for us?
Yeah, D-A-N-A or D-A-N-A is fine.
Great. And where are you from?
I'm from Philly.
What brings you here today?
Well, I'm a patriot, and I'm just concerned about the integrity of the election, and I'm concerned about what the future holds if Joe Biden takes office on the 20th.
If you had a chance to speak directly to President Trump today, what would you say to him?
First of all, I'd say that many of us do love him because that he's fought so hard, for people like me, fighting off the globalists, and we know that he's the only thing that stands between us and the Great Reset, and the criminalization of Christianity, and the foundation of this country, man. So I tell him that we're with him. Keep fighting it, man, because if he loses, I don't know if this country will survive. So yeah, we're with him. Oh, and tell him I would say where we go one, we go all.
And so, what would you say to Jeb Bush, who just came out and said that, congratulated Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on winning the presidency, claimed by the media?
Well, I'd say that Jeb has once again just demonstrated how irrelevant he is, number one, because he's probably one of the least significant voices. I guess he's, a rhino? So, yeah, that's kind of like, I guess, having, Mitt Romney is next, So, yeah, tell him thanks, because I think that just fortifies the resolve of many of us who support the president.
What would you say to the people, the election officials that are kicking out poll watchers?
I say then go on home. If you're not going to honor the Constitution and the laws of this land, and particularly the laws of this municipality, and if you're going to try and disenfranchise Americans, then why are you stealing the public's trust? At least have the honor or the decency to just go on home and just call it a day. But don't get in the way of democracy.
Recently, about a day ago, the Pennsylvania Secretary of State said that there was no evidence or no signs of alleged fraud in the past few days that she saw. She said there's one thing like weeks ago.
She's a criminal.
Yeah, but
what would you say to her?
No, but I would say that that's no different than finding a person inside a bank at 1 a.m. saying that they were just there to check their balance in their checking account. What are you going to do? You're going to admit, oh yeah, we committed a complete fraud. You know, yeah, you got us red-handed. You know, we weren't. Oh, that was bad. We weren't supposed to do that. So yeah, you know, these people have no credibility. And the sad part is that all they're trying to do is they're trying to harm, you know, the people who came out in good faith and voted. And these other people, man, I mean, I don't know. It's horrible, man. They should be prosecuted if they're found to have violated the law.
And what would you say to people on the left who are celebrating Joe Biden's victory right now?
I would first and foremost say that you can celebrate anything you like, but be careful what you pray for. Because when those tax cuts are repealed and people start saying their paychecks shrink, and when the oil industry and fracking is destroyed, and they start seeing the price of gas rise up to about $5-6, and the heating bills start rising up to like $400 or $500 a month, and then when they find out that government is going to shut down their communities indefinitely going forward, and then they see that their children are going to school and not learning anything, and then all of a sudden they find out that you know, all the promises that were made were nothing but lies. And then the last thing I would say is, welcome to the Great Reset. Because unbeknownst to these people, Orange Man is the only defense we have against Klaus Schwab and the globalists who have said openly that they want to enslave humanity. In fact, they've said by 2025 or 2030 that we won't own anything and we'll never be happier. Huh, am I right? Yeah, so yeah, the Great Reset, man. The people who are backing Joe Biden do not understand, first and foremost, that his slogan, Build Back Better, is the slogan for the New World Order, for the Great Reset, which is a destruction of the US dollar, the adoption of a digital fiat currency, the end of personal privacy, the end of personal property. All right? You won't be able to travel unless you have proof that you were vaccinated. You know, I don't know about you, but I don't think I want to go to that movie.
Thank you so much. Have a great one, man.
I hope that's useful.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. You know what? I was in TV news for 9 years. So I did a lot of news coverage. I was a photographer, but I also worked in news coverage.
How you doing? We're live right now. So, what's your first name?
T.
Can you spell that name for us?
CHI.
Great. Where are you from?
Originally from Hong Kong. Right now, I live in New York.
Great. What brings you here today?
I believe Trump is defending our freedom. I cannot let the Democrats take away our freedom. I want to defend for our next generation.
so what would you say to President Trump if you saw him here today?
I'm not abandoning you as long as you defend our freedom. I'm willing to be your shield. Don't give up. That's all.
Have you seen anything like this before in China?
The censorship, the persecution, right now is happening. The keywords is already being censored. Only one side of the voice is being heard. It's exactly like communist China right now.
What is at stake here today?
What is what?
What are the stakes?
Because if election is the only way that we can overthrow corrupted politicians, but if election is no longer a valid method for people to express their voice, if it's being controlled, rigged, then we have no more ways to defend our freedom. It's just going to be a one-way street from now on.
What would you say to Democrats or people on the left who are currently right here celebrating Joe Biden's, Kamala Harris's media claim victory?
I think most of them, they are just being fooled by the brainwashing technique that that somebody is using. I think it's a hypnosis. I was in DC a long time ago. They were using some hypnosis technique already. So I cannot blame all of them. I believe some of them, they are still good people. That's all.
What do you mean by hypnosis? Like media information that's false, or?
No, I mean, it is like suggestion. The way they brought...
Power of suggestion, like people using information to suggest a different meaning.
It's more than that. It's just like you are going... People are controlling their thoughts. They are rerouting their thoughts. That's hypnosis. They are speaking in a certain way so that people behave differently.
Gotcha. So you're saying they're controlling what they're saying to affect behavior?
Yes.
Gotcha. What would you say to people, these election officials that are saying that, like the Secretary of State of Pennsylvania said, she didn't mention any recent allegations of election fraud. She said there hasn't been any in the past 2 days. She mentioned one case like weeks ago, but that's what would you say to her who's saying that there's no fraud or no allegations of fraud?
Honestly, I don't know why that person said that, so I cannot say much. But if I'm allowed to express just my personal opinion, I think that person is corrupted. It's just my personal opinion. So that's the most reasonable explanation that I can have. Otherwise, all of those evidence that we all have been seeing, I do not believe none of those evidence makes sense to an ordinary human being.
What would you say to election officials that are kicking out poll watchers in Philadelphia?
I think they are obviously, they are, I'm not sure if that's breaking the law, but they are preventing people. It's just not fair. It's not fair. They have no reason to disallow a fair observation.
Do you believe this country can survive in situations like allegedly might be happening where the election could change based upon potential fraud?
If we can save this election, maybe. But we have to do our best. That's all I can say. I don't know.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Great. English is good. But a lot of them are. Ready to go? Okay, we are live right now. Can I get your first name?
My name is Jim.
And how do you spell that?
Jim, J-I-M.
Great. And where are you from?
I'm from Rockland County, a suburb of New York City.
What brings you here today?
I'm here to protest what I feel is an unfair election. I'm here to support our President Donald Trump. He's done more for this country in the last 4 years than any politician I've ever seen. Certainly more than their candidate, Biden, 48 years. And I think it's the least I could do to support him.
If you had the chance to speak with President Trump, what would you say to him?
I would say stand firm. You're a fighter. You're a winner. Righteousness is on your side, and you will prevail.
What would you say to someone like Jeb Bush, who just congratulated Joe and Kamala Harris on the media claim victory of the presidency?
I would say, Jeb, I'd use the president's words. You're a loser. You're low energy, or whatever he called him. You have no place in the Republican Party. You're a rhino. You're not wanted. You are part of the problem. You're even worse of a problem than the people across the way here. At least we know where they stand. Who knows where Jeb Bush stands? Who cares where Jeb Bush stands?
What would you say to the Secretary of State of Pennsylvania, who basically said that there was only one instance that she had heard of alleged voter fraud? What would you say to the Secretary of State of Pennsylvania?
I would say that I was sitting home in my living room watching Breitbart. I was watching, Newsmax, not Fox as much anymore, OAN, or AON rather, I'm sorry. And I saw more evidence of fraud and corruption than she did wherever she was.
And what would you say to people on the left right now, right across the fence, that are celebrating this victory for Joe Biden?
Well, I would have to disagree with you. I don't think they're celebrating. I feel sorry for these people. To me, they don't look happy. I don't know any of these people, but in my entire life, I don't think I've had the finger shown to me as much as I have today. I mean, some of their signs are absolutely sickening. There's no American flags over there. To me, it's just why are they here? Their candidate just won. What are they protesting about? They should be off in their homes or wherever they come from and celebrating. Why are they here? Other than just to rub it in our faces. And then they say, Biden's going to, unite us and whatnot. Come on, stop.
What would you say finally to election officials that are kicking out poll watchers in Philadelphia?
I would say it's not surprising. Is it unexpected? Yeah, I think it is a little bit unexpected. I didn't think they would be this blatant about it. But when there's no repercussion, when the media doesn't do their job, when they're not held accountable for anything, why not? Trump said it best the other day. He said this mail-in balloting system makes dishonest people out of honest people, and he's right. Election day should be one day. You show up, you present ID, you cast a vote, and you walk out. And then that night we find out who won.
What would you say to people in the media who have called the election for Joe Biden?
I would say shame on you. If the state certify Biden with 270 electoral votes, yes, at that point, do your job and report it as such. But the advocacy that they have for the left it's can't be tolerated. It cannot be tolerated. The media is supposed to be the fourth estate. They're supposed to keep checks and balances on our political system, and they're not. They're advocates for things I just find so reprehensible.
Thank you so much for your
Okay,
time.
thank you.
Have a great time here.
Yeah, you guys, you do a great job.
Thank you.
All right.
Stay safe.
You too.
Great, so we're live right now.
Breitbart, good stuff.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Can I get your first name?
Matthias.
Can you spell out for us?
Matias.
And where you're from?
Glassboro, New Jersey.
Great, what brings you here today?
Well, I saw that Joe Biden won the election. My friend was like, let's go check out, the liberal protests and whatnot. So we were in Center Philly, and we just assumed it'd be at the William Penn statue. So we went there, and lo and behold, we saw massive crowds for Joe Biden. We also saw riot shield military come out with loaded guns, just in case. We saw boarded up buildings everywhere. But yeah, we were looking for the resistance the whole time to this, and we found it over here, I believe, by the Reading Terminal Market. So that's how we got here. We didn't see any much other Trump support anywhere else.
And what would you say to President Trump today if you had a chance to talk to him?
If I had to talk to him, I'd say that what's happening right now is extremely significant for the rest of U.S. history, and that his administration and himself has a moral authority in order to secure that the right outcome and the moral outcome for this election actually comes to fruition.
And what would you like to see him do to fight back or to challenge the election results?
Well, it's hard. I mean, I personally can't answer that, but I mean, one of the first issues I can think of is that there's absolutely no transparency with how these ballots, were counted, measured, cast, or whatever. So, that's probably the biggest sticking point there, the biggest avenue for leverage, so to speak.
What would you say to the mainstream media that has already called the election for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris?
There's well, the media doesn't report facts, and right now the only thing that drives them is a profit motive. So I don't think they report reality. I think they're worthless. They should be dropped completely.
And what would you say to Jeb Bush, who just congratulated Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on the media claimed victory of presidency?
I mean, dude didn't even break 1%. That's all I'm saying.
And finally, what would you say to people, election officials who have kicked out poll watchers in Philadelphia? What would you say to them if you had the chance?
That you should be arrested.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one, brother.
All right. Take care. Breitbart. Good stuff.
Thank you. All right, guys, so I'm here in Philadelphia. We are at the convention center, and currently we have Trump supporters on one side, we have Biden supporters on the other, and I'm basically I'm being blocked in this press pit. So that's the reason why I'm not really in the middle of this rally over here, but doing my best to interview as many people as possible, so stay tuned. I'm actually going to switch to battery real quick, so you're going to see it go black for a few seconds. That just means I'm switching to battery. So don't go anywhere. Stay on this stream. I'm just going to switch to battery. Give me a sec.
buddy? Who are you with?
Breitbart. Conservative.
You guys report back?
Yes.
It's not skewed?
No. No, we're not like that. He knows Breitbart. We're just, we're all right, guys, hang tight. I'm going to try and get some interviews, but it's a little hard because I don't want to get too close to the loud music. We don't want Facebook or YouTube to put a strike on us needlessly.
It's just from the propagandists. The media in the United States. They follow like sheep. You should look in Michigan. As a journalist, you should look at what the Attorney General of Michigan announced yesterday, where the computer was switching votes between Trump and Biden. And that computer software was used in many states, 37 states. Right there.
We're live right now.
All right? So, what's your first with that?
Teo.
Can you spell that?
T-H-E-O. Just protecting democracy. I believe that we need to have a transparent vote count. Just demand it all be above board. That's all I'd say. Definitely suspicious. I mean, 6 months ago. Well, yeah, 6 months ago, Philadelphia official, a former Philadelphia judge, was convicted of ballot stuffing. And now, 6 months later, we're supposed to believe that nothing happened, that it's all good now, new safeguards have been implemented, and it can't be stolen. What do you have to hide?
What would you say to Jeb Bush, who just congratulated Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on their winning midterm?
This isn't over yet. Count every legal vote. That's all I'd say. Count every legal vote.
Great. Thank you. Where are you from?
Montgomery County. Yeah, Montco, PA. Exactly. Philadelphia suburbs. You too.
Fuck out of here! Fuck out of here!
So, the fact of the matter is,
Enjoy yourself. Whatever. Never takes
different people. Different things for different people.
Cry. Go ahead. Start crying. Start crying. Start crying. You lost. You lost. You lost. You lost. You lost. You're a loser. You and Trump are losers. You're losers. Feel good about that? Fuck off. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, get me on this.
Your signs suck too! They're not even fucking funny!
Congratulations to all the women out there. Finally got me.
I don't know, the landslide one is pretty fucking hilarious. Yeah, but he doesn't get that. That's not what Philly! Philly, baby! Represent! That is
We want to hear Miley Cyrus!
Marjorie Margolis-Minsky, whose son married Hillary Clinton's daughter. Joe Biden.
Here's an idea. Why don't you open up your brain and like start thinking for yourself instead of just following other people's thought
I'm not
process?
following
All
other
right.
people's thought. Logan. It looks like the good angry is right there. I'm not angry. No, I'm with you.
Look, if it's true that the majority of people chose this man as president, then I have no choice. I have no choice but to roll with it. There's nothing to happen. I'm just maybe not, maybe they were right.
What's that? I'm walking along. Okay, you're in.
All right, guys, this is Matthew Purdy with Breitbart News. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna wrap for now, but we'll probably be back. Thank you guys so much. God bless you and have a great day.